Hi, this is Pearl and welcome to my channel. It's the end of January. Oh my gosh, this month went really fast, and the end of the month means that I give you my final thoughts on the products that I purchased this month. So I tell you how I like it, if my mind has changed since I did my first impressions and my first review and swatch, and all the other details that come along with this. So if you're interested in seeing my monthly product roundup, this is like a faves and fails, then please keep watching. Okay, this month was busy. I tried out 7 new foundations. 7, can you believe it? So let's go ahead and start off with a fail. This is a huge fail. That's the Urban Decay Stay Naked Hydromaniac foundation. I tried this so many different ways and I could never get it to work. It looked so awful that I would put it on, wash my face, try it again, wash my face, and then I would just go to something else. So I tried this with different primers. I tried it with powder underneath, without powder, but even just the application of it, it just did not work on my skin. So this was a huge fail, and I was hoping that this would be a win for me. So that is a huge fail. Another foundation and primer that I tried was the Gucci Natural Finish Fluid Foundation. So this worked for me for my oily skin. What I noticed was that when I used the primer, whether it be this one or another kind of moisturizing primer, the foundation did wear better. So this is good for oily skin. It is kind of finicky, so if someone asked me if they should get this foundation, I would probably say no, because there are so many other foundations that are better than this and less expensive, and you don't have to work so hard to make it work. Does that make sense? So even though it worked for me and I can make it work and I will continue to use it because it wasn't cheap, I don't know that I would recommend this, but it did work on my oily skin. Now, if you have dry skin, I don't think you can make this work. I don't even know if you can make it work if you have normal combo skin, but I was able to make it work, and it did look much better with the hydrating primer. Another foundation that worked for me was the Guerlain High Perfection 24-Hour Wear Foundation. So this is the matte version of their foundation. I got this off of Selfridges, and this works beautifully on my skin. I was able to wear this for like 7 hours without powdering, which is a big deal for me because after about 3-4 hours, I always feel like I need to blot and then repowder my face. It did break up around my nasolabial folds, but you know what? Every foundation does that, even right now. And I put my foundation on a few hours ago and it's already breaking up. This isn't the foundation that I'm wearing, but I will get into that. So this was a win for me. I think if you have oily skin and you're looking for a little bit more of a matte, natural matte, like skin-like finish, this would be a good one for you. So now someone asked me if I like this one better or the other Guerlain foundation, and I think I like the other one better. Yes, I don't need to powder with this one as often as I did with the other Guerlain foundation, but I feel like that one looked more skin-like than this one, if that makes sense. And I think that's why I like a lot of the Hydra kinds of moisturizing foundations, because it looks more natural on the skin, even though I do need more coverage because of my hyperpigmentation. But I do like this and I will continue wearing this. Another foundation that I did like was the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I have this in the color 230 and I do like this. This worked out really well for me. How I end up using this is I just use a brush and I brush this all over my face. And when I use this, I don't need to use concealer. I just layer it on top of my areas of hyperpigmentation. And I do look powdery at first, but within the first hour, my natural oils come through and I think it looks great. I do like this also when I have a lighter coverage of foundation on and using this as a powder over that. I like it for that too. So I'm glad I have this in my collection. So this was a good one for me. Now, 2 of my favorite foundations from this month. One is the Monica Blunder Beauty Foundation. It comes in this package, and I also got the brush that comes with it. This is the foundation I have on right now, and I think this is one of my favorite foundations ever. Can I say that? I have so many foundations, but this is a beautiful foundation. It comes and looks like this, It comes in a pot like this, and you just use a brush, and I stipple it all over my face. I do brush it first and then stipple onto the areas where I need more coverage. And then if I feel like it's too thick or something, I'll come in with a damp beauty blender and just kind of stamp that into my face. Now this looks so skin-like and natural. I freaking love it. I thought first, I have mine in the color 4 Veer. I thought about getting the lighter shade, but I think it works out okay with my, I always have to go back to see how it looks with my neck. I think this color works out for me just fine. And when I use this foundation, I don't need a concealer. I just build it up a little bit on my areas of hyperpigmentation and use it under my eyes, and it's great. So this was a huge win for me, and I got this from Neiman Marcus. Another win for me was the Chantecaille Future Skin Cushion Foundation. I have mine in the color Vanilla. It comes like this, and this is the vanilla color that I have. I do use this little powder puff that comes with it. I find that I get the best coverage with this instead of a brush or a sponge. And when I use this, it gives a best skin-like look, and I don't need concealer for this either. It's kind of a light to medium coverage, and it looks really good on the skin. I build it up around here a little bit where I have the hyperpigmentation, and I use it under my eyes as well. So my eyes are not highlighted with a lighter highlighter, but I'm okay with that because I just like things looking more natural, especially. And this is a great quick way to put on your makeup, just like the Fenty powder foundation. So these were good for me. And the Chantecaille Cushion Foundation is now available on chantecaille.com. So go ahead and take a look. And if you want to see the review for this, I will go ahead and link that up here below because I do have a review on all of these products that I'm mentioning today. Okay, the last foundation that I tried, I got as a free gift from the Charlotte Tilbury website, and it's the Airbrush Flawless Foundation Stays All Day and Night. This is a great foundation if you have oily skin like me. I noticed that this wore really well on my skin. I did need to powder about midday, but it wore really well. So I should have tried it when it first came out, but the beauty consultant at the Nordstrom counter recommended a Giorgio Armani Balm instead, which I like that one too. But so that's why it took me so long to get this, and I'm glad I got it as a free gift. Okay, moving on. We have a lot of things to get through. The Patrick Star One Size Powder. This is so good. I have the translucent one and I got the mini. I'm gonna order the regular size because I want to put this into my travel case, and it's already half gone. But this does a great job of like controlling my oils, which I'm really thrilled about. It does do a little bit of blurring the pores and stuff like that, but I use it mostly for controlling my oils. So this was a huge win for me, and I'm really glad I tried it. So I will be purchasing this in the regular size. Then I have the Anastasia Iced Out Highlighter. So I got this because of the Amrezy highlighter, and initially I wasn't going to get this because it looks so white, but when you actually swatch it, look at how gold it is. I prefer more of a champagne kind of a color, but I'm glad I got this. I don't know if I would recommend this to people unless you're looking for a gold yellow type of a highlight. It is pretty on, and it has the same kind of formulation as the Amrezy highlighter, so I am glad I got this, and I will continue to use this. Then I have the YSL Touche Éclat 3D All Over Glow. I think this is supposed to be a finishing powder, and this is what it looks like. I got this based off the recommendation of Mel Thompson. She uses this as a highlighter, and I have it on right now, and it is pretty. But it looks like it would be champagne in color, but the highlighter leans pink. So I wish it was more of a champagne color, because I do like that it's not a blinding highlight, that it's more like a natural glow, yet it still takes the attention away from my hyperpigmentation. And I will keep using it, but I do wish it was more champagne leaning, if that makes sense. So there's that. I also got the Sisley Blur Expert Powder. Now the reason I ended up getting this is because there are YouTubers who use this, who have oily or combo skin, who use this powder under their foundation to help them blur pores and control the oils. Now I did try this under my foundation, and I did find that my foundation did wear better on the side where I had the blur powder on it, but I don't know if it's worth it to get the $95 powder for that incremental better look, if that makes sense, because if you weren't looking closely, I don't know if you would even be able to tell. But I do like this as a finishing powder and also as a touch-up powder, so I will continue using this. I did put it under my Monica Blender foundation today. And I've had this on for a few hours and I haven't had to touch up yet. So maybe it is working even better than I think it is. But so there's that. I don't know if I would recommend this to somebody because for the purpose of putting it under their foundation to help control the oils, because I don't know if it's worth the $95. But I'm glad I have it because I wanted to try it. And you know, foundation is like my favorite thing to put on, especially since I have all this hyperpigmentation. So I'm glad I tried it. Okay, moving on. I did get the Tom Ford Glow Bronzer in 02 Terra. This is beautiful. I don't know why I didn't get it when it initially came out. Now, rumor says, so don't hold me to it, that they are discontinuing this. I don't know if that's true or not. So that is one of the reasons why I did decide to get this, because I did want this bronzer for a long time. I just hadn't gotten around to getting it. So I'm glad I have this and I like this. The other Tom Ford product that I have that I returned is the Tom Ford Fiber Eye Gel. Loved it. I had the incorrect color, and when I went to Neiman Marcus to exchange it, they didn't have the color I needed in stock, so I just returned the color I had. But I will be purchasing that in my color sometime in the near future. I also tried the Tom Ford Emotion Proof Eye Color, and I have mine in this color 07 Gigolo. Love this. Now, I love a one and done color, and so this looks like this. It's a creamy eyeshadow, and I use a little brush to put that on my eyes and blend it out. I do love this, and it did not crease on my oily lids, which is a huge deal for me. But it's kind of a bronzy rose gold color. So if you guys know of like a taupey kind of a color, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm always looking for that perfect taupey shade, if you know what I mean. Now, the other single eyeshadow that I got was from Chanel, and I got this in number 95 Mirage. This also, let me swatch this next to the Gigolo. This also wore well on me too, and it did not smudge. This is a like putty and creamy kind of color. It's more brown than the Gigolo is. This wore beautifully on me as well. I'm really liking these single eyeshadows. I mean, it's a one and done. I like it. I use a brush and I put it on my eyelids and then I blend it out. This wore well on me too, so I will be picking more of these up. I don't know, next time I go to the Chanel counter, I guess. Speaking of Chanel, while I was at the Ulta that carries Chanel, I also bought the waterproof Stylo eyeliner in Purple Chalk. I knew I would like this, and I do. That's what the Purple Chalk looks like. Love this. I'm slowly starting to collect all of her eyeliners. So I decided I would try the Longwear lip pencil, and I got mine in the color Beige Natural. Wrong side. Beige Natural. And that's what that looks like, and it's a Longwear color, and I will say I do really like that. I think I'm gonna get more of a brown leaning nude instead of a pink leaning nude next time. But you know, I'm starting to wear lip liner. I have it on today, so slowly but surely. And continuing on with the Chanel, I have the Spring Fleur de Prétemps Blush Duo Highlighter. I have this blush on right now. This is the blush and this is the highlighter. I have it on right now and it is beautiful. Every Chanel blush I've tried so far, I've loved. So I think I'm gonna slowly start building my collection on that too. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, I'm so pleased I got this. Sad I didn't get the eyeshadow quads that came with this release, but it was released in Europe, but I decided not to order it through someone who would send it to me. I just decided not to do that. So that's the Chanel release. Then Suku, woo woo! So from their spring 2021 collection, I got their signature color eyes in 04 Sumina Deshiko, and this is the one I got. It is so pretty, and I love the Suku formula. One thing with these, a lot of Japanese makeup is for a more subtle, sophisticated look, but with this, you can build it up and get more opacity in your eyeshadow if you want. So this has been a good one huge win for me. I did order the green eyeshadow palette from another online site from Japan, and that just arrived, so I'll be doing a review on that. Then Selfridges restocked their eyeshadow, so I ordered the rest the eyeshadow. So at the end of the day, I'll have all 7 eyeshadow palettes. And then of course the lip fogs. I have the liquid lipsticks here, the 2, and then the Luxe Gloss right here. And you can tell whether it's a liquid lipstick or a gloss because this is frosted and this is clear. Love these. I knew I would love these because of the formula. I've tried them before and I really enjoy these. So that was a win. Then we have Natasha Denona. Now I ordered 3 of her I Need a Nude lip liners. You guys, these are so good. Let me swatch these for you. So I have one in the color, okay, this one is in Michelle. This one is in the color Noah. And then this one is in Iona. Now the thing with these are they're a little bit drier, but they're creamy enough that you can put these all over your lips and just wear this as a lipstick, but they stay on for so long. I'm gonna let this sit here for a little while. It's hard to rub off. I need to use like an oil type of makeup remover to get this off. So these were a huge win for me. I'm really tempted to get the other lip liners. But I'm gonna restrain myself because there are so many other things that I want to get. And while I was getting those, I also got the I Need a Nude lipstick in the color Michelle. Love this formula. This is one of my favorite formulas of a bullet lipstick. So this is Michelle. Got this with the Michelle lip liner. Then in her mini love collection, I got all 3 of the products. The lipstick I love. This is a cool, what is this called? Amorosa. This is Amorosa, and it's a great cool toned bullet lipstick, and I love the formula. I love that it's a hot fuchsia kind of a bullet packaging. The eyeshadow palette is beautiful. Every color works and swatches and goes on the eye beautifully. There's no skipping. It's true Natasha Denona formula, so I love this. Now the I Need a Nude Love Cheek Duo, it's pretty like this with all the confetti in there. Initially, I didn't like this. So it's got this pink blush and then this highlighter. Let me swatch these for you. The blush seems so baby pink, and the highlighter is leaning pink towards pink. And initially when I was doing my review, I was like, oh my gosh, I look like a Barbie pink. But you know what? After an hour and it settled into my face, and when I had bronzer on, I thought it looked great. So I don't know if this is the first blush I would pick up because there's so many other blushes that I do love, blush and highlighter, but I was able to make this work for me where I do like it. Because initially when I first reviewed this, I was like, oh my God, I'm never gonna pick this up again, but I will. I've used it several times this month already. So with bronzer and applying this, the highlighter first, then the blush, and it all blending in together, it does look okay afterwards. So I made it work, but it's not my favorite. Then we have Charlotte Tilbury, her Hollywood Flawless Filter release. I have all 3 eyeshadow quads. I have it in Aura, Star Aura, Eyes of a Star, and Diva Lights. I love all of these. These kind of have a different formula than her other eyeshadow palettes, but this is Star Aura. This is what I have on today. This is my favorite of the 3, but I do love them all. It's a soft, sophisticated look, but some of these other ones, like Eyes of a Star, it's got deeper shades, so you can deepen it up. So I do love these, and I'm glad I got it. I got her push-up lashes from Charlotte Tilbury. This is horrible, horrible. It's got the kind of a wand where it's flat on some sides and then bristles on 2 of the sides. So you use the flat side to get it at the base of your lashes, wiggle it up, and then you brush the product through. I had product raining down my face. I had it smearing under my eyes, mascara everywhere. Horrible. I tried this like 4 times. I'm never going to use it again. I will declutter this. That's how bad it is. Not even going to finish using it up. So that was a huge fail. With the Hollywood Flawless Filter, she did release this duo eye pencil in black and metallic. I love this. I've been using this every day. So this is a good one for me, and I use it in my waterline. I use the black on my top waterline and then the metallic on my lower waterline, and it helps brighten up my eyes. So been loving that. Then the Lunar New Year lipsticks from Charlotte Tilbury. These were beautiful. Now, I purchased the lip liners that go with it as well. I do have one of the colors on right now. I have on the color Rose Wish with the lip liner. I'm glad I got these. Now, I don't typically wear these types of reds, but I do like this, what is this one called? Sweet Blossom. But I'm glad I have this red as well, and I'm glad I have the lip liners that correspond with these, because that will be good for like a party look, or if I'm just doing like a winged, when do I ever do that? A wing liner, a very neutral wing liner and a bright red lipstick. I think that looks great. And lip liners and lipstick from Charlotte Tilbury are great. So I do really like those. And then her Happy Kiss. I love these. I have mine in the color Pillow Talk, and so this one is Pillow Talk and this one is Enchanted Kiss. Now the only thing with these is once you turn them up, you can't turn them back down. So I'm not going to release those. But these are more pigmented than a lip balm gloss type of a thing. And they did wear pretty well. So I do really like these. I would get more of these, but there's so many more releases coming. But I do really enjoy these a lot. So that's it for the makeup portion. I just wanted to go over this Susan Kaufman Hyaluron Serum Moisturizing that I got in the Beautylish bag. This is like $180. It's so expensive, but you know what? I've been really enjoying this. I put this down after I do my vitamin C and stuff, before my moisturizer, and I've really been enjoying this. I don't know if I enjoy this enough to repurchase it, but I've really been enjoying it. So I'm super glad it came in my lucky bag. The other things I wanted to talk about was replica perfumes that I got. I can't remember when I got this, but I don't think I've talked about this. I got Jazz Club, By the Fireplace, and In the Library. Oh, Whispers in the Library. I love By the Fireplace so much that I ordered the full size of this. Now these other two, I really like. Whispers in the Library reminds me of when I was in nursing school and studying at the library all the time. But I really do like this, but I really love By the Fireplace. I love this so much. Now, when do boys start getting into cologne? Because I would highly recommend this to my son if he ever started getting into cologne, because it's a unisex type of a cologne and it smells so good. So good. So out of the three, I like By the Fireplace the most. And then the last thing I want to talk about is the hair oil I got from Jisoo. It's a honey infused hair oil. Now I have so many different types of hair oils, and I do have processed hair. My hair is pretty long, but I like this because it's not too thick where it looks just greasy, but it's not too thin where it doesn't absorb the oil. It's just perfect. I love this. So this was a win for me too. And you don't need a lot. That's why it looks like I barely used any. So I've been really enjoying that. So I think that's it. Whew! I feel like I've been talking forever. Let me know your thoughts down below. February is going to be a busy month because I'm going to be getting all of my Surratt products, and I'll do videos on all the different palettes that I receive, and there are more spring collections that are coming. Let me know if you're interested in any particular type of video. Let me know if you have any questions down below. I will have videos linked to all of the products that I mentioned. And thank you so much for joining me. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you know every time I upload a new video, and I'll see you next time.